Another day, another vlog. Good morning. So your girl is back at it. We're back at work. I had about 8 days off, or 9 days off I think, but I had about a week and some days off, and I'm going back to work. So I'm finishing up the last part of my trips in June. The first time I commuted to New York, I actually did 6 days of work. I was able to back my trips back to back. So I did 3 days, then 3 days the next day, and then I came back on the last day of the 6 days. So I maximized my days pretty well. So that was really good. But the whole point is that I'm back at it again. I'm finishing up my last run for June. But this time around, like I said in one of the vlogs that you're gonna probably see soon, I made some bad swaps that ended up with me getting 3 sets of 883. So I have 9 days of reserve right now. That's what I'm going to do. So my reserve starts tomorrow. I'm treading dangerously, okay, because technically per our commuter rules, I'm supposed to have 2 flights, one as plan A, one as plan B. And what that means is that, oh, let's look at the traffic. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm also not gonna leave my home at what, 5:30 a.m. just to get to a place that I need to be at by what, 9:30. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm just running a dangerous life right now, but it is what it is, right? So like I said, I need 2 flights, a plan A and a plan B. However, because this is reserve and my reserve starts at 12 midnight tomorrow, I'm supposed to leave. I was supposed to leave yesterday, but your girl decided to play a dangerous game where I'm leaving today instead. So technically I don't have a plan B flight. My only other option is to book through going through Europe, right? And the last time I checked, the cheapest I could find was almost $400. And I don't want to risk booking flights with international airlines and then subsequently not needing them because my plan A would go through and trying to get my money back. So that's the issue right now. So this flight needs to take me to JFK or we're going to have problems. But enough of the yapping. I'll definitely touch base with you all when I get to the airport. It's currently, that's the time right now. It's like what, 6:20, 6:19. Flight departs at 9:30 a.m. My goal is to get there by 7:30, so I have at least 2 hours, because the walk from the check-in area to security to immigrations and the gate, it's not very far. If there's no traffic, if there's no line and everything goes expeditiously, I should get to the gate in, like, honestly 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes. That's it. Take people taking their time or me taking my time, their immigrations or whatever. So I'm hoping to get through this as quickly as possible. But aside from that, I see you guys are watching the videos. We appreciate that, but do remember to subscribe, okay? Because if I'm getting 1,000 views, 2,000 views in a video, there should be more likes, more comments, okay? But I do appreciate the support. Continue to support the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button immediately so you don't miss a video. And I will catch you all when I get to the Accra International Airport. Alright guys, so I'm at the airport right now. Your girl is going to check in and then I have to go through immigrations and security. So I'll touch base with you all once I get through security and everything else. So we're going to work now.
Yeah. Better off. I am wicked, you're insane. But I wouldn't have it any other way. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance. Pound for pound, we're a perfect match. Pulling punches, we're toe to toe. We're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. Cause together, we're better off. And we can. Better off, better off. am crooked, you're clean cut. I'm wide-eyed, your eyes are shut. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance, pound for pound. We're a perfect match, pulling punches, or toe-to-toe. We're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together we're better off, and we can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
We are about 1 hour and 28 minutes away from arrival. So I'm just trying to get ready, pack my things, and then, yeah, we're almost at New York. Your girl got Delta 1, as you can see. I do have a story time about my travel experience, though, going this time around. I have reserves starting tomorrow. I've already been assigned a trip. I had reserves for 6 days straight, and then I have like 2 days in between off, and then I have another 3-day reserve. But I have been assigned a 3-day trip. Let me confirm the layover or the city I'll be going to tomorrow. I'll probably just let you guys know. But yes, I have been assigned a 3-day trip, and it is an international trip. The 3-day trip that I've been assigned is it's at tomorrow. The report time is at 5:10 p.m. This is where your girl is going tomorrow. Yeah, this would actually be my first international trip of New York and my first time going to Germany as a flight attendant. I've been through Germany before, but as a regular passenger, I was transiting in Germany airport, Frankfurt airport. But yeah, this will be my first TO, and I'm actually glad I got a TO because I could use that 24-hour rest. Plus, I will be able to vlog something, right? I'm hoping that I might find other crew members that are willing to go out so we can explore the city together. It being my first time and all. But if not, I'll have to figure something out. But your girl is going to Germany, okay? It's been a lot today, guys. It really has been a lot. And I am so thankful that I made it, but I would definitely not be cutting it so close anymore moving forward because it was very, very tight. I should have left yesterday, but you know, the girl was playing dangerous games. But I made it. It was eventful, but I ended up getting Delta 1, so I guess it's a win-win situation. But as a flight attendant, this is honestly one of the perks of this job, is our ability to be able to get things like this, you know. I'm going to work, I'm flying in first class, and yeah, it's just a great day today. I'm hoping that my flights tomorrow, or my trip tomorrow, ends up well as well. Just transferred business to New York, so Seattle. Yeah, so
how long are you flying?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. So you've been to get a brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Pick it up.
That's what I'm gonna be looking for.
So tomorrow you're gonna get a schedule.
Yeah, they gave me Frankfurt.
Oh, you're ladies?
Yeah.
People are getting a lot of TOs on ladies.
We appreciate it. Okay, ladies. as usual, your girl is, you know, disinfecting and wiping down. This is the first time I'm wearing this uniform, Sky. This is the first time I'm wearing the gray uniform. I kind of like it. I feel like I should have been wearing the dresses a long time ago. Not bad. So essentially, your girl is booked and busy. Right now I have 2 days off in between the reserves, so the next one starts 2 days after the 23rd. The goal is to move that forward eventually, but right now that's not what we're here to talk about. So let's start off. Okay, so you guys might have seen me commuting from Accra. I could not show footages because I had the weirdest thing happen. Okay, so like I said in the beginning, your girl is working a reserve, right? And typically our reserve, you have to be ready to be on duty at 12 midnight at the start of the reserve. So 12 midnight on the 18th, I should be at base ready to work. And your girl was out here being reckless. We're out here scheming, okay? So the first thing that I did that gave me more stress, which I shouldn't have, because this gave me a lot of stress, was the fact that I decided to commute in the day before. Because I have to be at base by 12 midnight, essentially lots of traffic, okay? Expected, planned for it, it is what it is. Then I get to the airport. I have commuted twice at this point because I did in May, once in May, and in June I've done it once. So at this point I have commuted in twice and commuted out twice. So why is it that I get to the counter to make my payment and the card is asking for my bank's authorization? That's the first question, okay? So why is it asking for my bank's authorization when I've made two payments in the past and it did not ask for that? So that took me like 30 minutes to figure out. So imagine I got to the airport like around 7:15, right? Apparently check-in closed at 2 hours before departure. Departure is at 9:30. So technically I have 15 minutes to check in. And where you make the payment is not the same place where you check in. It's not like JFK where the check-in can actually take my payment as well. That's not the case with Accra, at least at the moment. So I had to go make the payment and then go to the check-in counter to check in because I booked the jump seat. I did not book regular non-rev as well, just to give you a little bit more perspective. So that's what happened. So I'm standing there 15 minutes in, guys, and my card, it's working, but it's asking for authorization and nothing is coming up for me, right? So for me to approve, so I'm like, what is going on? So I give them two different cards, not working, okay, asking for authorization. So then finally I was like, no. I showed her, I was like, I've made these payments using the same cards before, so why is it not working? So eventually I was like, you know what, enter it manually and see what happens. We enter it manually and it works. But guess what? Check-in has closed. I get there, everything is gone. Okay, they're literally packing, like they're closing shop. And luckily for me, I have commuted in twice. So whenever I go, I'm very friendly and I try to interact with the agents there as well, just to gain some visibility and stuff like that for moments like this when I need the assistance. So I am freaking out at this point because I'm like, I have 6 days reserved that I need to come and work. I don't have a backup flight. So if I'm not able to make it on this flight, guys, it means I have to call out at least one day. And that would go against me because I did not have a backup flight. So our commuter policy will not cover me. The policy says that you need to have at least one backup flight, and that backup flight should get you to base 1 hour before your report time. And I don't have that unless I go through Europe or whatever. But even with that, I have to be available at 12 midnight. Anything can happen when you're on reserve. So that was my first issue. They're like, oh my God, we're closed. We closed 2 hours before the check-in time, so I won't be able to go. I was like, oh my God. And when you book the jump seat, right, until you make the payment and then you go back to the check-in counter to check in, you don't have a boarding pass. And with the way Accra Terminal 3 airport is, you have to scan your boarding pass to get in. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Told me they had closed. So luckily for me, there was a gentleman that I actually spoke with my second time commuting out of across to JFK. And once I interacted with him that day, we kind of got a vibe going and all that. So he came over and was telling the lady, oh, I saw her. She was at the counter making the payment. So just let her go through. Okay, so that gets me to check in. I get my boarding pass and everything. Then I go through security among everything else. But at the end of the day, I was stressed out, guys. I was so stressed out. I was like, I'm not doing this again, but I'm probably going to do it again because I was just so stressed out. Oh my goodness. So I finally got on board. The flight is full, but there are some empty seats or whatever. However, please note that when you do book the jump seat, you kind of sort of forfeit your ability to get a seat or an upgrade. What that means is that assuming there's all things being equal, there's no weight issue, there's no payload optimization, there's no issue that would cause the aircraft to take off with empty seats. If they can get all the non-revs on board and the non-revs take up all the seats, you essentially don't have any seat. You're stuck with a jump seat because that's what technically you booked for. And one thing that I also found out recently was the fact that it costs more, especially internationally, or if not only internationally, when you book the jump seat. And I get to the gate, the crew shows up and we board. Could you guys believe that I don't know what was happening with this trip, right? But for a brief moment, I thought I was not going to make it to New York, because after all the stress I went through trying to get through the check-in, trying to make my payment, trying to get through security, get into the gate, I finally get on the aircraft and somebody tries to act up, okay? Somebody tries to act up. It had to be. At that point, I was like, oh my God, this is just insane. I have commuted twice. I have not had any issues. It has been uneventful. And the day that I try to go risky and play the hard girls game, that's when all the chaos in the world decides to happen. So apparently somebody at the back at one of our doors, because if you sit in an exit seat, we have to brief you, right? And ultimately when you're purchasing the ticket, you are informed that you are sitting in an exit seat and you might have to perform some exit seat responsibilities, right? And at the end of the day, when you get on the aircraft, we brief as well. So this individual was briefed at the door and they said they cannot perform those duties. So then at the end of the day, if you can't perform those duties, ultimately we have to reseat you. Whether you paid extra for the seat or not, we still have to reseat you, because once you say you cannot perform those responsibilities, you cannot be at that door or window. So then the chaos started. This person refused to move. He refused to move, very rude, very nasty about it. So ultimately, we had to get him off the plane. And my issue is with the fact that you are going international, right? Why would you want to act up? This is not the time to be difficult. This is not the time to be. I repeat, if you're a passenger and you're watching this video, when you get on that aircraft, there's a reason why in our announcements we say that it's a federal regulation to adhere or to listen to crew members' instructions. And at the end of the day, it's not that we're being difficult or anyone is on a power trip, right? Think about it this way. If you are refusing to follow instructions before we even leave the airport, what makes you think that in the event of an emergency, you're going to follow instructions? So he got kicked off, but it delayed us by, I think, almost 20 to 25 or 30 minutes. So in that moment, I'm like, what is going on? Initially, I didn't know what the issue was. So I thought maybe we had an aircraft issue or whatever. And we're an international, we're in Accra. So if this plane cannot take us, we have a problem, okay? I need to get to base. I have reserve. But as eventful as everything was, I was able to eventually get through. We took off and I made it to New York. While in flight, I did get an 8-day assignment. My reserve got assigned 9 a.m. on the 17th and I was in flight. Beyond that, we are in Germany, Frankfurt to be precise. But yes, I'm gonna try and rest. The crew wants to step out a bit. I might potentially go out for a little bit of a walk just to check things out, but Things are not open yet because it's currently like 10:58 a.m. We arrived somewhere at 9 a.m. So I'll probably just wait it out and see. But aside from that, everything is cool, guys. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to do. I'll probably find a park or something. We are in a good spot though, I'm not gonna lie. There was like a pop-up shop or like a festival thing going on around, but I'm just too tired and I don't really care. I don't want to see anybody. I was around over 200 people today, almost 300 people. I can't. I feel like coming back to work, my body's still adjusting to everything, and it's hard for me to do things when I'm on my layovers because I'm actually resting because I commuted in like 10-hour flight just to come to work. So I think if I'm gonna be able to do anything, it'll probably be on my second trip. That would be the best time, but I'll try and do something the first trip as well, but who knows. But yeah, this is the life of a flight attendant, guys. This is a real life of flight. It's not always glamorous. As you can see, I'm literally in bed having room service, watching TV in a different language that I don't understand because there's no subtitles. I might have to connect to like Netflix to watch Love is Blind or something, but aside from that, this is the life. It's not always glamorous, unfortunately, and I am on the not so glamorous side of things. But as I've always said, I also try to show you guys what the real deal is. It's not always going to be fun. You know, you can go to Paris and go to the Eiffel Tower, come to Germany and do whatever Germany is known for. It is what it is. So I'll touch base with you all in a bit. I can appreciate the simplicity of an international trip compared to a domestic 3-day where first day you go somewhere, second day you do something else, third day you do something else and you go home. My room is so far from the exit that I feel like I just didn't want to go out because it was just so far. Plus I was super tired. I think because I commuted on a 10-hour flight the day before, then worked a 7.5-hour flight the next day, I was just so exhausted. So essentially I have been in flight for like almost 20 hours over a 2-day period. So I think that really stressed me out and I was just tired, okay? So I think moving forward, if I'm really going to have a chance at enjoying my layovers, it would be on my second trip. So I commute in, I work one trip, and then rest during the layover for that trip. And then the next trip, I actually get an opportunity to enjoy myself because I was super exhausted yesterday. I was so tired. I really was. But today, we're going back to New York. So I would definitely see you all. Oh my goodness, this work vlog has been all over the place, but the last time you guys saw me, I was in Frankfurt, Germany. I'm now in Paris. I'm on reserve, so Frankfurt I got assigned while on reserve. Paris also the same thing. So I had 3 sets of reserve. This is my first time in Paris, guys. Yesterday, Germany, it was my first time too. But I was so exhausted with Germany because I commuted in the day before. However, with Paris, I do want to go out for a walk because the weather is great and outside looks great. So I think I might at least just go out for a quick walk. Almost 2 o'clock. So I think I might rest till like 3 and then I might go out for a walk. So I might show you guys a few things outside, but that's about it. I don't really have any plans as to things to do. I've been indoors over the past 6 days and I think I need to be out and taking some air. So I'll definitely step out. I have to make sure I step out this time around. But here's the hotel room tour and I will unpack. girl is in Paris and I decided to go for a walk. Unfortunately, I'm not going to any restaurants to go eat. Oh, I forgot my mic. Oh my goodness, I knew I forgot something. But I'm just trying to keep up with the map because we are not trying to get lost, are we? I don't think so. I've heard too many stories of people getting missing, so we're not trying to do that. Honestly, I am so exhausted, guys. I need to start getting used to these TOs. I'm not used to working TOs because being based in Seattle, TOs never really went junior, so I've never had the opportunity to get TOs, rare occasions, so I'm not really used to working them. But I think the more I do them, the more I'll get used to it. It's green, let's cross. So right now we're just walking, it's red. Oh. So like I said, today is my day off. I commuted in. I've worked 6 days back to back. I did Germany and then I did Paris, and today's the 25th of June and it's my 1 day off in between the 9 days of straight work. So tomorrow I got Paris again. I swore I would never do Paris again, but thanks for being on reserve, I got Paris again. But no hard feelings, we're just gonna suck it up and just do it. The flight wasn't bad, it's just, yeah. But our location is pretty cool, the hotel is pretty cool, so you guys are gonna see clips of that. But right now, I went to Chase Bank to do a few transactions because I need to sort out my account. I think my account has been hacked or something. I'm not even sure what is going on. But note to self, don't use third-party ATMs ever, not even if your life depends on it, okay? But I'm probably gonna have to close that account. And then now I'm just gonna go for a walk. There is a nail salon that I want to go to get my nails done, so I'm just gonna find them and then probably see if I can go there.
Every time we say goodbye.
Right, friends and family. Not me being dramatic. Oh my goodness. So the girl is back in Ghana after a long 9 days of work and 11 days of being in the United States of America. Your girl is back in Ghana. We're back in GH. This vlog is over. I don't know how it's going to be when it's put together. So although I'm back in Ghana, this time around I won't be staying for long because I'm trying to be strategic with the options that I have these days. So I'm probably gonna leave on the 3rd of July. Today is the 27th. Oh, today's the 28th of July. So I'll be leaving very soon. Yeah, I'll be leaving on the 3rd of July. That's the plan, but depending on how things goes, I might probably leave on the 4th. But either way, I will be leaving next week.
They all see that it's a lie, 'cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't.